Everyday Superpower, where we talk body language, relationships, game, human dynamics, everything in between. Today, I'm going to start this one with a definition. Let me just get that up. That is, what is projection in mental health? Yeah? Projection is the process of displacing one's feelings onto a different person, animal, or object. The term is most commonly used to describe defensive projection, attributing one's own unacceptable urges to another, right? So the guy who's always saying, you're a liar, you're a liar, you're a liar, and you question you think, well, wait a minute, but you've lied to me a lot. That's projection. He's uncomfortable and trying to point the finger at somebody else. You know when they say, don't throw, I don't know the quote exactly, but they say, don't throw stones in glass houses. That may be applied to a degree of projection when that other person is pointing the finger and trying to rid themselves of what they are. Okay? Taking it and throwing it off. I'm uncomfortable with this, so I'm doing that. Now, this doesn't come from a space of discomfort, what I'm going to talk about today, but it is projecting one's own values and desires and feelings upon others. I'm going to talk to you today about men talking to you about what a woman finds attractive. And I know it seems... I've brushed over this a couple of times, and I know it seems hypocritical because we talk about attraction on here, but we also talk reality, and I want to tell you reality, right? The most valuable space you're going to learn about what a woman is interested in and what she deems attractive and sort of pick up the pieces and find patterns is through engaging with women and finding that out from them. And don't get me wrong, they may be confused as to what they want themselves, but you have to learn how to read in between the lines and find understanding through patterns, through your consistent engagement with women. That's more valuable than what a man tells you, because your general man who doesn't necessarily have too much know-how or have explored any ideas when it comes to attraction and communication between man and woman, generally speaking, he will project his own values upon that woman. So there's a great big heavy emphasis when it comes to a woman finding a superficially attractive man attractive, like an aesthetically good, handsome, attractive man. Most definitely she does. Why wouldn't she? She'd prefer a handsome man than an ugly man. But we overemphasize and exaggerate those values, thinking that it's the be-all and end-all of what a woman is interested in, because that is what we of a man are interested in when it comes to her. There's a difference. There's a difference. There's a difference. Let me have a look as to what I've written in the notes, and we'll go from there, because I do want to take us on a bit of a tangent and see where we can go with this. So I've written down generally what the population of men say women like are projections of their own values. So if somebody really argues with you that women are interested in, you know, slim men, tall men, good looking men, just anything to do with the aesthetic, or let's say what other values are there? Because generally speaking, we as men, we're very simple. We like what we like to look at, right? And I know there's different areas to it. I want a woman who's good in the kitchen and can cook well and all that and fill the gaps I don't have. That's the feminine to my masculine. I'm not a very good cook. So that's something I emphasize and prioritize when it comes to finding women, at least for the long term. So there are other things, but for her to look good and to sexually be attractive to you, you know, to turn you on, bruh, I need to... My biological urge is to reproduce with you, so hey, it's a necessity, right? Whereas her biological urge is to procreate with you and have that child be looked after and cared for. We don't think about that really when it comes to the woman. We don't look at a woman we find attractive and think, I wonder if she'd do a good job looking after the kids we have in the future. How often do you think about that when you look at a woman's behind, or a breast, or a pretty face, you know, or her legs, or whatever you find attractive? A cute little pedicure toes. You know what I mean? What are you thinking? Are you thinking about the children? Is your subconscious garnering interest as to how much she makes at work because she needs to financially accommodate you and your child when you take time off of work to look after that child and so forth? That's the biological reality of that woman, and that's been ingrained in her through life, through the lives before her, through the lives that brought her onto this planet. You know, millennia upon millennia before. So to say a woman is simply interested in a man's physical appearance and you just need to look good and that's how you pull women, it's not necessarily the case. So you always need to take that into consideration, and take that into consideration if you watch my videos and listen to me, right? I try to get as much information as I can through actual experience and through engaging with women. I much rather talk to women than men, generally. Men are too competitive for the most part, and unless I'm speaking to them about, cracking jokes on our level and talking business, I'd rather cut out the crap of the whole competitive and basically, I'd rather pick up the phone and just say, "Am I seeing you here? Yeah, good." But when it comes to a woman, I want to pick her brain a little bit because I find it fascinating and I like to talk to you dudes over this sort of stuff. So, and I just, you know what I mean? I'd rather be seen with a pretty woman than a fucking men all the time. Do you know what I mean? So, I try to get as much information as I can through experiences with women and hearing it from women, because that's the real game. And it's through my own perspectives and experiences and the reality of it, not necessarily through what she verbally says. But let's say when you get friend-zoned and stuff, we speak on this. When you get friend-zoned, it's not a problem because she might not necessarily see you suitable as a romantic partner, but she will see you as suitable as a friend. And she and her girlfriends talk about relationships and talk about men and talk about what she finds attractive and talks about what she finds repulsive. And when you enter that space, you don't have to run away from her like it's the worst thing on planet Earth and that you're some ridiculous, sad, weak beta male for being there. She likes you and she's attracted to you, 3/4 of the way, just not sexually speaking. So be it. You're not going to be there like, you're not going to be handsome in the eyes of everyone. You're not going to be, Sir Charming to everyone. That's just the game and the way it goes. So when you're in that space, you can hear the reality and you can hear some realism and you can inquire and really absorb some good game from that particular perspective. Yeah? If you're dating and you're seeing a woman and you start to engage in good quality conversation, if she looks up to you and sees you worthy of being in dominant position, of being in pimp position, she'll talk to you about all them tricks. She'll talk to you about all them Johns. She'll talk about all of them other men who have come before you, who she's dated, and all them other men who message her online and on dating apps and so forth. And she will send you proof of what they send when you start cracking a few jokes, because she deems you the top dog. That's her means of submitting to you. Look at all these men who think they can be with me, but I'm with you. And we're both laughing at these men together. Now, I'm not saying laugh at your fellow man, but, these women do receive 20,000 million messages and attempts to get pulled each and every day. That's just the reality of her life. It's not a bad thing for her, you know what I mean? You can say, oh, that'd be horrible. Oh, this woman's getting hassled all the time. Bruh, she's used to it. She's used to it, and that's the reality of it. Let's be real. You know what men are like. You know what women are like. We're completely different. So she'll give you a good insight of what it's like to be her, and what works and what doesn't work, and what characteristics she deems attractive and what she doesn't. Yeah? She finds you attractive, and she's there dating you, and she's there sleeping with you. So what you simply ask is, what makes me different? Why did you choose me and not these people? Not from a position of insecurity, but from a place of knowledge. She'll find it fascinating that you're actually interested in this sort of stuff. Oh, wow, you really care. Oh, wow, you're not insecure of the fact other men give me attention. No, not at all. It's a necessity that other men find you attractive, because that ensures that I at least uphold some degree of value, because if nobody else found you attractive and I was the only one, it's a bit, I'll question myself. What am I doing? That's economics. Everybody wants you, but I got you. That's economics. That's good stuff. That's a good reality. That's a good reaction. So I would recommend you concentrate your forces on learning the game through the woman's words and perspectives, because she has a different brain, and that brain can be deceiving. So she can deceive you in what she says. She can tell you, oh, this doesn't matter, that doesn't matter, that. And you can think, well, the reality of it is, I've seen in real life you act out to that particular characteristic you said doesn't matter that much, you know? Women will always say, oh, he's the perfect boyfriend, oh, this and that. Well, if that's the case, why are you coming forth and talking about his insecurities in public all the time? Why do you put him down and express your dissatisfaction when he's not around to other men and so forth? That's not a good thing to do to a man you respect. Women do this, yeah, but you have to read between the lines and see the reality of the actions and read the signals that are spoken as an undercurrent beneath the general facade, right? It's a deep game. It's a deep game. And I'm not saying don't listen to men when they tell you this, that, and the third. There's some absolutely incredible reads. I wouldn't recommend self-help crap. I wouldn't recommend influencer crap. But I'd recommend reading some biological books that express the differentiation of the brain and the capabilities of man and woman. Reading about hormones and reading about our ancestors and reading about, you know, the spiritualistic polarizing aspects that define us. I think it's absolutely fantastic, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to take it with a pinch of salt, right? The more perspectives you absorb, the more reality you consciously observe is going to be in your favor. On that note, I'm signing out. Like and subscribe. I'm uploading every day. I'm signing out. Bye.